So I'm Ade. This is my lovely wife, Ifemi.
Hi.
Alright. So today we'll be talking about
The findings from the National Science Institute that said that black people are less likely to receive pain medication than white people. So what do you think about that? Have you ever had that happen to you? What's your experience with that? Do you think that's true?
Yeah, that's true because I've experienced it myself firsthand. Because I remember the last year or two I have injury at work last year. I broke my foot.
Yeah.
So I was taken to hospital. The scan shows that I broke my foot for real. So then I was diagnosed. Then they gave me some boots. To cut the long story short, the scan showed again that the bone have gone back together, but I'm still having pain. So every time I go to the doctor to complain about the pain, they keep saying to me, "Oh, you look fit." They just look at me and look at my body and say, "Oh, you look fit. Oh, you should be that. You should be fine. This that." But I said to them, "No, I have pain, man. I'm having pain. This that." They just don't believe me anyway. Same thing at work as well. People don't believe me. They just think because I'm black, I should be strong. So I don't know, like I'm immune to pain.
Do you think it's because you're black, or do you think it's because you're fit?
Because I'm black does not help. Because I'm black, one, because I'm fit as well. Because I look fit because I've been going to the gym to be here. So when they say look the way I look, look at the way I look, so they use that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a lot, like for instance, like when you're having Tyrese, our second born, same thing happened. They didn't.
Yeah, they induced me. They induced me about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
it was early in the morning, and then I probably got a bit of pethidine around that time, and then they left me until it was New Year's Eve, and they left me with pressing the buzzer, wasn't we, like about midnight, and after then trying to get some pain relief, and they didn't come till about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Even the lady that was looking after Uni, she didn't even, because I was saying to her, because I remember that when they first started Timani, the same drip, I don't know what the drip is called, but anyway, they put it up the first time, so it goes in quick, and that kind of help you to dilate and everything.
Made it happen more quicker.
Yeah. So I was saying to her that I need to.
She needs to turn it up.
But for some reason, she just left it like, it just dripping like tiny bit.
Yeah.
So immediately it was like 5 o'clock. I think she finished at 6. She just turned it up.
Just turn it up and left.
So that means she done it purposely.
Yeah.
So I wonder why she thinks she can do that, because you're not in pain, or for you to be in labor for over 24 hours.
Yeah. And
she can have the heart to do that.
Yeah. You know, when I do think about that, I do get upset about that, because I don't think that would have happened to a white woman. And I don't think it should happen to any woman. And I know that there are quite many of us black women that have had labours that didn't have to be so painful, so intense, just because we are seen as strong or less than human, animalistic in a way. So the same way a white person might feel we don't get to feel like that. We don't get to feel pain. It's like you're almost seen as you're lying or you're overreacting.
I think probably overreacting. When you try and show the pain, they think, oh, you're just faking, or you're overreacting. Because I remember as well complaining to the doctor that after I keep going back, they end up sending me to do more scan. So one of the scans showed that I have bone marrow, which will happen when you have fracture to your bone. Yeah. And edema, I have edema in my foot. But she's still trying to say it's nothing as well.
Yeah, it's nothing.
So they gave me, even saying that as well when I went to the physio as well. Yeah. The guy was just saying to me, oh, it's just a bruise.
Yeah.
So I was saying to him, if it's just a bruise, I'm not feeling pain.
Yeah.
Because the pain is real. Like when I go for a walk, like long walk, I feel the pain.
Yeah.
Or when I'm at work, I feel the pain. But it's like I don't know, maybe they didn't believe me, or I'm not supposed to have pain. Or as a black person, you're not supposed to have pain. I think these people still think we're not human, because if you're human, you're meant to have pain, innit?
Yeah, well, we are extraordinary people.
I know we are.
So I don't know, but no, I'm joking. Like, no, it's true. It is.
Yeah, man.
It is like they see us as not human, as, like I said, animalistic. So we don't experience pain or emotions in the same way that they do. And to be honest as well, it's not saying that is just a culture of white medical practitioners. There is some people of colour that have learnt that way, that are indoctrined that way, that when they come to give care as well, they are seeing it from that point of view. I must say, like, mainly, I wouldn't say like the younger generation, but I would say the older generation before us would be like, no man, you're strong, you have to do that, get through it. Why are you making up noise for?
I said that, I do that to my kids as well.
Yeah.
About getting them strong and this, that. But I think that one is different from medical part of it. Because when we're growing up, especially as a boy or man, no, as a boy growing up anyway, your parents want you to be strong.
Yeah.
So we kind of say to you, be strong with this, that, and that.
Yeah.
Which is what I did to my kids as well right now. I won't say it's bad, but to think about it might be bad, but I don't think it's bad. Because like what happened to Timani, that he was running and he fell and he started like a baby. I was saying, get up and be strong, man, which is true. I can't allow him to be, I mean, any small thing style.
And I agree, but it is a double-edged sword. Because, if you go into a situation, say you're having a baby, and you've got a white nurse and a black nurse, and the white nurse is not really taking your pain as they should be, and the black nurse is seeing your pain and she's being like, yeah, but come on, like, fix up, you can do it, hold it, do you know what I mean? It's not gonna make the situation be resolved, is it? I'm just saying, just in that circumstance, I think I don't think it's done with any malice, but I think it's more done with the matter of that when the older generation came here, they had to go through some things. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't easy. It was tough. Do you know what I mean? Having a baby in a village would be different than having a baby in a hospital. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like they might see it as like we are privileged. So if people back home can just have a baby, do you know what I mean? And manage it. Yeah, you better have this baby in this hospital with your epidural and manage it.
Yeah, so when we were growing up, we used to have this neighbor.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in a barrack, so we have like 10 flats or 12 next to each other. Mm-hmm. So there's this lady that every time she wanted a baby, she had it by herself.
By herself
with her older daughter. So she had I think 4 or 5 kids, if I remember. Yeah. But the oldest one is we call her auntie because she's older than me then. Mm. She's the one that's always there for the delivery of the rest of the baby, the 4 of them. So you gave me if you can do that. We're strong generally, but
we are strong.
That does not mean
that doesn't mean that we don't.
They shouldn't give us enough painkillers or treaters well.
Yeah.
So we leave the topic right here for today. So I think we need to keep talking about this, otherwise it's going to be normal. So when things start getting normalized, that's when there's a problem.
Yeah.
So if it used to be the normal, we need to make it the normal it. You get me? Because we can't just allow it to keep going on.
No, it's not normal, and I think that it is important that if this happens to you, you speak up about it. You speak up about it. If you're in England and this happens to you, every hospital, every trust has PALS, which is Patient Advice Liaison Service, and you go, you make a complaint either via telephone, via writing, via email. You can just Google in PALS for the such and such NHS Foundation, and it will come up with all of the details, and you make your complaint. Because without making complaints or without having this discussion, people won't know that there's something wrong. Do you know what I mean? Unless you bring something to light, people can't change the situation and make things better. You know, don't suffer in silence. We're not here to be silent anymore.
That's true. I just throw one quick one in as well. I remember my sister telling me that something that happened to her friend.
Why you laughing?
Yeah, because it's kind of funny. Because this her friend, she have some pain, some pain under her foot. So it turns out that I think if she didn't quickly get it, it might be like cancer or something, but it's from somewhere. But the nurse that she went to go and see said, oh, it's from the suffering of walking with leg. All this time in Africa, the hard time that she was walking with her foot.
I don't.
Our shoulder, man. So
that's not even funny.
Yeah, it's not funny, but it's, you know what I mean?
It's from the hard time of walking with. How did you know that she was walking
you know what I mean? But anyway, then the lady keep having the pain, so she went to go and talk to someone else. So because anyway, I was not able to share it, she said it, but it's the truth. So then she seeks second advice, opinion, and they told her she should look that she came and they said her. They even advised her to take action as well, but she didn't take action. African people. So anyway.
Take action, it's your right. And you know, think even if you're changing it for somebody else that could happen to you. You're changing it for your mum, your child. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. So like the page, share and listen on Spotify. So this topic is Dear Black People. Peace.